Content segments today during CI Living were paid for by Backyard Leisure. Actor Will Smith stars in the new film King Richard. The film is based on the life of Venus and Serena Williams and their dad.
Film critic Pam Powell talked to the young actors that portrayed Venus and Serena Williams.
Sanaya and Demi, thank you for joining me on WCIA TV to talk about your incredible roles as two of the best tennis players probably in the world in our history, Venus and Serena Williams. Let's jump in with the most obvious question, playing tennis. I understand one of you is left-handed and neither of you played tennis before. Let's start with Sanaya. Tell me about that.
Oh, it was quite different, but you know, I was up for the challenge, getting to jump in and kind of just learn as Venus. It was something that I wanted to capture, and it was backwards for a little while. Felt like I was doing something backwards.
I bet.
But no, I kind of got the hang of it after a while, and then getting just to get into Venus's mind and study her tapes and everything, and kind of get to learn how to play like her, something that got quite good after a while.
It looked like it. I don't think you can really fake a lot of that follow through in those backhands.
Definitely.
Demi, how about you?
Yeah, for me, tennis was definitely a little challenging. It's not a sport that I've ever played before. I've played other sports in my life, but tennis isn't one of them.
Okay.
But it was fun, you know, and I feel like even though I was sore a lot, and I sometimes I would even feel discouraged. I thought maybe I'm not meant to do this. In the end, I feel like everything worked out, and I kept pushing myself because Serena and Venus's story and Mr. Richard's story really is such an incredible one. And I've heard it been told several different ways by several different people, but you know, I felt quite honored to finally be able to tell it the right way.
And it definitely has been. And you portraying Venus, you've had an incredible career for being a young age, young from my perspective. What is it about playing Venus that maybe you learned from taking on this role and that you hope other children, other girls will take away from it as well?
I think the family support is very important. You know, if Mr. Richard wasn't on board, not a lot of things that Venus and Serena wanted to do would be able to be possible. So I think the family is important. Family is everything. But also getting to just see the evolution of her turning into a young woman, you know, was something that I thought was so cool. She handled herself very well, and she was very humble. That's something I definitely connected to, and definitely just making sure she kept her head up. And she had this champion mindset that no one could touch. So that's something that I thought was awe-inspiring for sure.
Very good. And playing Serena, I didn't realize when I watched these two women play that in their younger lives that Serena was actually in the shadow of Venus. Did you get any kind of feedback from Serena to play this role, or tell me about creating that? You still have that strength, that grit, that determination, but that had to have been hurtful too. So tell me about that performance.
I think that I did learn a little bit, not directly from Serena, but from her family that was on set every day, and I did learn a lot about her. And actually, in the very beginning, Serena just wanted to do what Venus was doing. You know,
right.
When they first started, Serena loved her sister so much, she only wanted to do it because Venus was doing it. You know, and I'm sure there were times where Serena felt hurt or unseen, but she loved her sister so much that love kind of overpowered everything else, and she just really wanted to be there for Venus.
Very good. And talking about all of your sisters, and I didn't realize that there were 5 sisters. Tell me, I mean, you felt like a family. You felt like sisters that probably were all in the same room together and were in the back of the van together. How did you create that chemistry? I'm guessing you didn't have a lot of time to do that, but you felt like a family.
Oh,
yeah. I think, oh, sorry.
Either.
I think by the end of it, we were definitely a real family. I actually was texting my Kayla this morning, just, you know, checking up on her, like, hey, how are you? But, I mean, I love all four of the girls so much. I mean, they are like my older sisters. I'm actually the oldest sibling in real life.
Oh.
So I don't have any older siblings, so it was kind of cool to kind of like be the baby for a little bit. You know, but to build that bond. We kind of just hung out like normal people. We would go to the mall or go get dinner. I made them go to Soul Cycle with me once. I mean, we just chill.
Lots of fun, huh?
Good time.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much for sharing your story with us and for sharing Serena and Venus's story, because it really is an impactful and powerful one as well as inspiring. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
It is so good. King Richard is in theaters and on HBO Max now.
And remember to check out Chuck and Pam's Facebook page, website, and sign up for their newsletter as well.